Mr. Peabody is a highly intelligent anthropomorphic dog who lives in a New York penthouse with his adopted human son, Sherman. Peabody teaches Sherman about history by using the Waback to travel to the past after narrowly escaping the French Revolution. And on his first day of school, Sherman's knowledge of the apocryphal nature of the George Washington cherry tree anecdote leads to an altercation with one of his classmates, Penny Peterson, who calls him a dog and puts him in a chokehold. After Sherman bites Penny in self-defense, Peabody is called into the office of Principal Purdy. Also in attendance is Ms. Grunion, a Child Protective Services agent who suspects Peabody of being an unfit parent and plans to visit their home to investigate. Peabody invites the Petersons over for a dinner party to make amends before Grunion arrives. Against Peabody's orders, Sherman shows Penny the Waback and takes her into the past, where she stays in ancient Egypt to marry King Tut. Sherman returns to the present to get Peabody's help. Penny initially refuses to leave until she is informed that Tut dies young, and his wife will be entombed with him. While trying to return to the present, the Waback runs out of power, forcing the trio to stop at the home of Leonardo da Vinci in Renaissance Florence. Penny goads Sherman into piloting da Vinci's flying machine, which he manages to do before they crash after they resume their journey. Sherman learns of Ms. Grunion's plot and argues with Peabody after they crash land in the middle of the Trojan War. Sherman runs away and joins King Agamemnon's army during the battle. Penny and Sherman are trapped inside the Trojan horse. As it rolls towards a ravine, Peabody saves them, but seemingly dies in doing so. Sherman and Penny travel back to a few minutes before they left in the present to find Peabody, despite his earlier warnings to never return to a time in which they existed. As Sherman and Penny try to explain the situation, Sherman's earlier self shows up. When Grunion arrives, Peabody tries to conceal the presence of two Shermans, but the second Peabody, having survived the crash, arrives back from Troy. Grunion attempts to collect both Shermans, but they and the Peabodys merge, generating a massive cosmic shockwave. When Grunion again tries to take Sherman away, Peabody bites her in a fit of rage, and she calls the New York Police Department. Peabody, Penny, and Sherman race to the Waback, but cannot time travel due to a rip in the space-time continuum caused by the merging of their cosmic doubles. A portal appears above New York and historical objects and figures rain down upon the city. Waback crash lands in Grand Army Plaza, where historical figures and police converge. Grunion calls in animal control to arrest Peabody, but Sherman and all others come to Peabody's defense, with George Washington pardoning him as the rip worsens. Peabody and Sherman take off in the Waback and travel into the future for a few minutes, undoing the damage. The historical figures are dragged back to their respective eras, and Agamemnon takes Grunion with him. Sherman returns to school, having become friends with Penny and deepened his bond with Peabody. Meanwhile, Agamemnon marries Grunion in the Trojan horse as history has been contaminated with modern